What is up, everybody? Ace here, and I am back on the JFS, ready to do another analysis video, another player analysis. And last episode we did one on myself, Mr. Journeyman, and there was one other guy who kind of went through a similar, albeit shorter journey, and you know, once he finally made it to the top, he kind of took his leave, I guess. And but I think the proper name to describe him is the Bridesmaid. If there was ever a Bridesmaid in JFS UHC, it would be TheMerryGamer. And I should put his name up here somewhere. I'm going to put it right up center of the signs, at least. TheMerryGamer. I wonder what he's doing these days. I know he got married, so congratulations. Or he's getting married. I think either he is or is going to be married. So, congratulations. So, been a long road for Mary, but he finally made it to the top. A lot of near misses, a lot of attempts to win early on, and just could not quite seal the deal. And interestingly enough, his one win was when he wasn't as dominant. So let's just jump right on into it. Season 1. My team with Ajmenko, Rad, and Max. That was when Team OP was very aptly OP. And he finished second place with 0 kills. According to the battle footage, didn't really have a chance. I think they were both on pretty low health. I think Mary was on a laptop during that season. If you listen to his footage, I think he was playing on a laptop. So that's a bit of a crutch there. But did pretty good for him to make it all the way to the end, at least. Season 2 with Muck and Javarden. Both of them died in the Nether while he was in the overworld. Ended up finishing 5th place after trying to take over the fort of Team Cuddly Hugs, who went in after him. He dumped lava in the doorway, and they countered with a fire resist potion. He ended up with 0 kills in that one as well. Season 3 teamed up with Adrian, Killer, and Rulon, running out of space on the sign there, and picked up 3rd place. And this is where you're going to see an interesting pattern develop. 0 kills as well, but yeah, that was the one where Conflict just pretty much destroyed them, and then died to a zombie, letting Dakota's team win. So, Season 4 teams up with Hollywood. This one was an interesting storyline, one of my favorite ones, because Killer and Ellen Books showed up a full episode late. I think they were like a full half hour late. Like, a few people had already died by this point, and they were allowed to team up and begin. Now, they did have the handicap of starting half an hour later than everyone else, but they were still, you know, allowed in. And Killer went on to win after Mary and Holly saw him by himself at one point and let him go. And he came back to be the winner of the season. Now, they had 0 kills. Oh yeah, Killer killed Mary and Holly to win that season. 0 kills, although they were in battle a couple times. Hollywood, let me just double check, because I think I remember some footage. Maybe I was watching Hollywood's perspective, but I got like a bunch of tabs open for anything UHC related, just to fact check anything. Teams of 2. I'm going to have to go to the eliminations tab. I'm pretty sure, because I know Mary got into a fight with Lemons and Red No Blue. And Lemons ended up killing Red No Blue and then setting himself on fire to die. And that pretty much kind of means that Mary was denied a kill that season. Oh, he did pick up a kill in Season 4. He killed Momoheim. So I was wrong. So the sign over here is a little bit wrong too. So he did get 1 kill. I put an asterisk there because I wasn't going to count the Lemons or Red No Blue deaths because they kind of killed each other. But he did kill Momo. So he does get credit for that one. I have to keep that one in mind. Season 5 teams up with Blue, Ellen Books, who died to a creeper early on, and Park. And finishes in 3rd place. He got a couple kills during that season. Blue outlasted all of her teammates. Finished off the green team, and then I showed up on horseback to ruin their day, to ruin her day at least. and to have them settle for third. Season 6 teams up with Muckluck, Lambdrew, and Rad. Rad died in the caves pretty early on, about halfway through, I think. Second place during this one died to Hollywood's team after going into the end, and turns out Hollywood's team was right there. Ended up with 0 kills. Then Season 7 teams up with myself. Dies to Ellen Books in the finale, and I had a chance of at least picking up a kill, but I didn't, and I ended up dying shortly afterwards, so we settled for third place, and Mary ends up with 0 kills. Then he skips Season 8, comes back in Season 9, teams up with myself and Hollywood, and gets 3 kills, a triple kill on the green team, before we died to Old Man Dan and his OG Nut Chapel, and we settled for second place. If you notice, we've had third, second, third, second, third, second. He breaks the combo by taking another second place finish in Season 10. He briefly had a team with Street Cred Cookie, who died to mobs pretty early on, shortly after they teamed up in that Find a Partner season. He did end up in second place due to the old Montreal screwjob, as he titled his episode, and got 0 kills along the way. Season 11 teamed up with Cookie again, along with Muckluck and Saylo. Technically second place. They were actually the final team alive, but because this was the race to the Ender Dragon, you can't win until you kill the dragon, and the dragon killed them, so technically the dragon gets first place. They actually share second place as a team with Nixer's team for my leaderboard. They're technically first place, but don't really get the win because they didn't kill the dragon, so there's a big technicality here. You could say they were first place team-wise. If it was just a regular UHC, they would have won that one, but because it was the dragon thing, they kind of get not first. So, but he got a kill along the way, so that's good, I guess. Season 12 teams up with myself and Boo, had the old F3A incident, and then decided to tunnel underneath 2 teams fighting each other, and then decided to pop out in the middle of 2 teams fighting each other and got killed. Ended up in 4th place with 0 kills. Missed Season 13, but came back in Season 14, teamed up with Sayolo. They finished 4th place after basically starting the finale fights with Shostin and Cookie. That led to Shostin versus Killer, then Shostin versus Asus, then Asus versus Killer. 0 kills on the way there. So you kind of see things are starting to fall off a bit, and it gets a little bit worse in Season 15, thanks to myself. Teamed up with myself and Boo again. Ended up in 5th place because he was by himself after I made a dumb mistake and took Boo down with me. But he picked up a kill on Zalpha on his way out, so he went down swinging in this one. But then we go into Season 16. He got a Notch Apple in this season. He's with Cookie, Old Man Dan, and Canuck. And that Notch Apple pretty much saved him because he got into a big old fight with Asus, and there were mobs everywhere, and that Notch Apple was pretty much used up instantly. Probably the fastest, like, use up of a Notch Apple that I've ever seen. But they survived that. They pick off, Muck, and then Lemons and Weather, and then all that was left was Killer. And for a second there, it looked like Killer was going to run away with it because Cookie and Dan fall pretty quickly. Dan fell almost immediately, and then Cookie a little bit later. But Canuck kept firing at him while Mary was trying to get some apples to try to heal up. And Canuck got the right hit on Killer, knocked him off to his death. And so Mary got the win. He didn't really do anything, got 0 kills. He played a part in the fight against Shostin and Smith-J, but I don't think he got the final kill. I think that was Cookie, or maybe it was Dan. I know Dan got 4 kills during that one, but yeah, let me double check that one as well, just to make sure that I am absolutely correct. 13, 14, 15, 16. Yep, I do not see any MerryGamer on here. Yeah, Cookie killed Shostin, Canuck killed Smith-J. So, yeah, Mary had the Notch Apple, and that was kind of his highlight. He also saved his team from dying to the world border, which is pretty clutch. But yeah, it was really thanks to Canuck that he ended up with this win, which I'm sure he was all too happy to have after having all this happen before it. So then afterwards, he kind of fell into retirement. He played in Season 17 with Nixer and Dan. Ended up in 3rd place, died to Shoston, so I guess he got his revenge there. 0 kills along the way there. And then we didn't see him again until Season 20, where he was on Killer's team, and ended up in 2nd place out of 2 teams with 0 kills. So yeah. So, started out really well, had a bit of a stumble here, and then 3rd, 2nd, 3rd, 2nd, 3rd, 2nd, 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 then kind of fell off a little bit, 4th, 4th, 5th, and then 1st. And then settled for 3rd, 2nd, and then we haven't seen him since. Maybe we'll see him in Season 30. But, yeah, he was pretty much up there a lot. Season 2 didn't have much of a chance with, it was himself on a laptop with Aj, I think was 1 hit from death, and his other teammates were gone, long gone. Season 2 also lost both of his teammates. Season 3, he was pretty much outworked by Conflict. Season 4 was the big story. Probably should have fought Killer at that one point. I don't know if they would have ended up winning afterwards. It depends on how the outcome of that fight would have been. But that was definitely the turning point for their story in that season. Season 5 was crazy. I don't really fault him for doing anything there. Season 6 just kind of sucked for him because Hollywood seemed to so happen to be right there outside the portal when they jumped into the end. So, kind of a bit of bad luck there, a little screwy there. Season 7 was my fault because I could have killed Ellen. I don't think I would have won, but if I got the kill on Ellen, it would have at least maybe turned the tide in Max versus Park. But yeah, there's only so much you could have done there, I guess. Season 9, can't really fight the Notch Apple. We tried really hard in that season. We even had, like, the blue team showed up in the middle of it all, but nothing could stop them that season. Season 10 was definitely where you got screwed the most. Hard to say if you would have won that one. Fire Eyes is really good. But if he did kill Fire Eyes, all he would have to do is walk up and slice Dakota, who was AFK. But, yeah, definitely got screwed over there. Season 11, you also got screwed because you still have to kill the dragon, even if there's no other teams left. You could say he technically got a win there, but when the objective is different, you know, that kind of sucks, because they were the last team standing. They should have been credited with a win, technically, but they had to kill the dragon. So, Season 12, that season was insane. It was really anybody's game to lose. Making that tunnel probably wasn't the best idea. I think the only thing he could have done at that point is go back through his tunnel to the entrance and maybe try to kind of flank the pink team. But I don't think he would have won anyways during that one. Season 14, pretty straightforward. Got into a fight, didn't win it. Season 15, that was my fault. I don't know how good we would have done together, but because, you know, Team Top 3 had 2 Notch Apples, but, you know, we might have found one. There was one in the caves that Mary was in, but, yeah, that one kind of sucked. And this one, like, for a lot of these, it seemed like he was the best player on his team in a lot of them. Definitely here. He was the only one alive here. Pretty even in this one. Pretty even in this one. Probably the best one here. Best one here. Best one here. Probably even with Holly, even though I survived. So probably pretty even here. Obviously, best one here. Cookie didn't last that long. Cookie getting better in this one, so pretty even with Cookie here. Best one here. I'd say pretty even here. Yeah, best one here. And then this one he doesn't really have much of an effect in the combat phase, but he wins. And then, you know, this one was just combat related, and this one was, we were behind early, and then I got fed up with waiting, so didn't have much of a chance at the end. So yeah, he's pretty much one of the best players on the team. ended up with some screwy finishes, but made it through in the end. And over here, we have his average finishes. As a team, 2.81, which is pretty high. I would assume that Killer's higher, maybe Naxer. We'll be checking that out in the next episode when I do the leaderboard thing again. I'm gonna add some extra stuff to it. As a solo, it was 6.25, which I think is pretty good. 7 kills, actually 8 kills, because he got one in Season 4. He has 7 second-place finishes and 4 third-place finishes on the way to his win and beyond. So, that is TheMerryGamer in a nutshell. How are we looking on time? 15 minutes. So yeah, the bridesmaid finally got to be the bride, and had a bit of a honeymoon, and then he got married in real life, so it all works out. So, yeah. Hope you guys have enjoyed watching this one. Not sure who I'm going to talk about next, but we shall see. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching, and I shall see you all the next time.